Coach, just to start, transition scoring, you guys did that a little bit better this past weekend. Is that something you guys are looking for more of and we're making on hearing more of to this point of the season?
Yeah, I mean we've been emphasizing it all, summer, fall, and in preseason into the season that we have some guys in the open court that are fast and athletic. So let's try to find, let's make turnovers and miss shots in the transition scoring if we could. So we've been still working on it. We're just not. A lot of times in transition, we're not scoring in the A position around the rim. We're getting downhill and we're getting around the rim. It was a little better the other day. Thought we passed it in transition a little bit better. Got some good shots, some transition open threes. So we got to continue to work on that. That will help our offense and our efficiency of our offense if we can get some easy ones before the other team sets their defense.
I was going to ask, how much can that open up your offense even more? Something that run you guys had in second half on Saturday that,
Yeah, no, it could help tremendously. Just getting opportunities downhill at the rim, advantage, as we'd like to say, advantage situations, and then, in transition threes, stepping into it the right guys and getting some open looks like we did. So I think it's huge, and we got to continue to. We work on it every day, Wayne. And we work on it every day, so we gotta hopefully, while we're still working on it and keep emphasizing it, continues to improve, and it helped us the other day.
It's not ideal to be down by 16 or whatever right off the bat, but the way they came back and the way they used the entire 40 minutes to get themselves back in that game has to be somewhat encouraging. Yes.
Yeah. No. I mean. Look, one thing about this team that everybody loves is we have a lot of fight, right? We play really hard. We're aggressive. I think our guys have a lot of fight. We've been in some crazy situations, 8 games in, and that was another one. So, I don't think there's quit in our guys. I think our guys want to do well and want to win. We just sometimes, a lot of times we make it hard on ourselves, and that's the stuff we got to improve on. But getting down, there wasn't panic. We sort of, put it all on our defense to start getting stops and start doing what we do. And then I just thought our offense, we executed better against Campbell and ran some plays out of timeouts and dead balls that really helped us. And that's something that's improved throughout the 8 games, and we got to continue that. But, yeah, I don't think this team is a panic team. We just got to continue to keep improving.
Was it easy in a situation like that? Is it easier to show everyone on film this is what went wrong, or does that take away from what Campbell actually did to open the game?
No. Number one is Campbell's really good. I mean, they're a veteran team. They're much more experienced than we are overall. They have a lot of returning guys, and they're picked to win their league. So one thing that people don't realize. Because of COVID and so many returning players, low majors and mid majors are a lot older than they've ever been, and a lot of guys stayed and came back for extra years, and a lot of them didn't transfer up because they want to play a lot and they want to win. So you're seeing a lot of scores and a lot of games where some teams, low major, mid majors, no matter who they are, they're older. They got 22 and 23-year-olds, and I don't care what level it is. You're a better team when you got 22 and 23-year-old veterans than freshmen and sophomores, and so that is, you're seeing that in college basketball all over the country, and you're seeing that against some of the teams we've played. But I also think it's great for us too, because we had to find a way to play a good game after being down 20-4 against a good team. And they don't give up leads like that. They haven't, and that's why they're a good team. And some other teams we've played as well. So, yeah, we can use that tape and say, guys, we can't get in a hole like this against good teams because you don't always come out of that hole. We were fortunate to find a way, and I do think in that game Saturday we had some young guys make plays for us that really helped us, but we also had some young guys make some plays late in the game that could have hurt us that we got to learn from as well.
Transition scoring. Do you guys have benchmarks for each game where you want to be as far as fast break points or points off turnovers?
Yeah, it's more percentages. Like we want to, when we're in transition, we want to score over 64% of the time. And because we shoot threes, it might be not as high as some others, but at the rim, we want to be in the 70s, especially when we have an advantage, and we're just not right now. But I think we've improved in that. I even think in the Bahamas we scored in transition against some, long athletic teams a little bit better than we were earlier in the year. So, the benchmark is if we get a steal, convert it, right? Convert it, get the basket, or set up our offense and now make them play defense. Don't give it back to them. That's number one on the list, Wayne. That, and our turnover rate is still too high, but we've improved in that the last few games.
Nick played season high minutes on Saturday. His minutes have increased, each of the last 4 games. Do you anticipate him playing more between the play maybe that 20-minute mark?
I think the number varies, opponent, matchups, but Nick is going to continue to keep playing and playing a lot because he's helping us. He's got an edge to him as a freshman that's been valuable for us. His defense has really improved to a point where he's making defensive plays for us that's impacting winning, and his offense is improving. And he's very coachable. A great example is after practice yesterday, he's in the gym 35, 40 minutes still after practice working with a coach on his game. So, a guy like him is going to continue to improve and get better and get more comfortable. So, but he has a bright future at VCU.
If I could ask just one question about Saturday, and
Sure.
only because you've got kids that haven't played in this rivalry before, what do you tell them about playing in a rivalry when your opponent hasn't gotten off to the start that they wanted?
Well, we've watched this rivalry. It doesn't matter records. It'd be a great place to go play a road game. We're going to grow from it no matter what. If you can go and find a way to win at Old Dominion, that's going to give you confidence to go in the A-10 and play on the road anywhere you go. So, that's how we got to look at it. They hit a skid for a little bit. Coach Jones wasn't on their trip with them. He's back now, and they played well, and they played really well against George Mason. So they're probably a lot like us, trying finding their footing and their rhythm and so forth. But I see that they're doing that. And Coach Jones is a tremendous coach, and they'll do well in Conference USA because they always do, right? They know who they are and how they play. And we had a good game against them last year, but it was a lot closer than the score, I think. And going on the road down there is a tough place to play, but it's going to be great growth for our guys for sure. So we had one good road win so far. That would be another one.
Getting back to Toronto, does Jacksonville fall into that older roster category?
Yeah, they have top 7 guys returning, top 7 scorers returning. They're long and athletic. They can really score the ball. They're one of the top 10 3-point shooting teams in the country. So they're very talented. Coach Harper does a great job. I've coached against him a few times now. He was at Western Kentucky when I was at Rice. So they'll be very prepared. And they came up here a few years ago when he was trying to get that program going. Well, he's got it going now, and they're going to win a lot of games this year and contend for their league championship for sure.
Is that consolation how they got back on your schedule? Like I said, you played a couple of years ago in that spots at Texas game. So.
Yeah, they were looking for games, and we were looking for games. We knew they'd be really good. We knew they were going to be older, so and we knew they had a chance to win their league and win 20 games. And so we wanted, that's a quality. It's going to be a tough game tomorrow. It's going to be a quality game, but they're the ones we wanted to play this year. I mean, it's an ongoing theme around here. I've been telling everybody we wanted to schedule really good teams this year, even though we've had a lot of new guys to throw them in the fire, and we've been doing that.
How is Ace progressing?
Very well. He's had some really good practices and responded to some practices and longer practices, so he's doing well. And he practices. We review it. The medical team gets together. The next morning they meet with Ace and see how he's feeling and going from there. So he's put some good days together, and so we're just making sure he's progressing like he's supposed to be. So he's doing really well.
What makes him so effective at Jacksonville State from beyond the arc? I know Jalen Gibbs shooting like 51%. So is it just led by him, or what?
No, I mean they have multiple guys that can get downhill and really share the ball. Coach Harper's teams always share the ball. They play the right way, so they get each other open threes. The other part of it is, they have more than just one shooter on the court. They have multiple guys. They have some guys that can, get their own shot, and they have the green light to pull up and shoot threes in transition. So, watching tape of a bunch of their games, they've had guys that made some tough ones, but, man, they get each other shots. And, they get downhill. They throw it into the post. Their post players throw it out. So they have a really good balance of guys that are aggressive, but also guys that get each other shots.
How you guys, I know the end of the game on Saturday wasn't what you wanted, even though you guys got around with the turnovers. Like, how are you kind of continuing to address those?
Well, we practiced, like yesterday, we spent 12 minutes yesterday on end the game situations and scenarios, and we'll do that. And just learning. The best way to go through the best way to learn late game situations is go through late game situations, especially as a freshman, like for Jaden Nunn. So you can talk to him in practice, but in the game, it's real time. It's different pressure and all that. So we gotta continue to experience that stuff as well, but learn from each one. And then in practice, put them in those same scenarios and anticipate some of those scenarios. And hey. The other team, like Campbell, we were winning by 8, so they were just laying out for traps and steals, and we walked right into some of them. So now we got to learn to play in space and be a little stronger with the ball, be violent with your pivoting, knowing and anticipating a trap is coming, a press is coming, a blitz on a ball screen is coming, guys running through passes. Don't go do a dribble handoff late in the game, as it invites a trap. They're all things we're going to continue to keep learning and all that stuff. And when we have multiple ball handlers out there, that will really help as well. Make your free throws. That helps too. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.